In this lesson, we will learn the three primary ways to manipulate a 3D object. This is called transforms. The first way we've already seen, which is translate. When we move an object around in 3D space, we are translating it. In other words, moving it from one position to another. To activate translate mode, we can either use a keyboard shortcut or click a button in the user interface. A translate manipulator, which has three arrows that correspond to the three axes, each of these point in the positive direction of those axes. The x-axis is red, the y-axis is green, and the z-axis is blue. The next manipulator we're going to look at is rotate. When we activate rotate mode, you'll notice that our manipulator changed. We now have rings around our object. When we grab the red ring and drag, the object now rotates around the x-axis. The last manipulator is scale, which changes the size of the object. As you can see, the manipulator changes yet again, giving us visual cue on how it will behave. We can scale in the individual axes, elongating or squishing the object. We can also scale the object in all three axes at once by modifying the center of the manipulator, making the object grow or shrink proportionally. Let's use what we just learned to animate a door opening and closing. We'll start by adding some rotation to the y-axis. Because the pivot point is in the center of the door, it rotates around that position. To fix this, let's activate the Move Pivot mode. This allows us to move the pivot point to where we want the rotation to take place. Now, by translating the pivot point to the edge of the door, we can now animate the door opening and closing and not just spinning. In this lesson, we learned about the three manipulators: translate, rotate, and scale, and about pivots. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to control time.